I think everybody really needs to take note that, victims of trafficking could be anybody that you know. They could be in your daily lives. It could be your mother, your sister, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your son even.
My dream was always to have a catering business. Like, it was always culinary arts, wanting to go to school for culinary arts. Aunt Kuna, she was my inspiration for wanting to start a bakery. I always remembered helping her and watching her bake pies and stuff like that. She always, was supportive. The impact she had on other family members and how much everybody loved her just intensified you wanting to be like her. When I entered high school, I ended up not going for what I wanted to go for. Things were not good at home financially, so I picked up a job. I was, concerned about making sure it was food in the house. I stopped thinking about my dream because, I always thought that it's something that can happen one day. It was always one day with me. Instead of just praying for God to, whenever it's the right time, I know you'll have it for me. I felt that he didn't hear me, so I'm going to go do what I got to do. Even if it meant me being self-destructive to myself. I guess being taken advantage of at an early age, I didn't feel like I was worth anything. I didn't feel that I was fearfully and wonderfully made or that I was God's. I just didn't feel that. Isn't that funny though? Like how does all this happening? You're doing it for other people and not you. Well, I was recruited off of Betty's Ford Road near Johnson C. Smith University. My exploiter had a car lot where he sold cars, and he studied business. But his network was a lot of professional business people. The trafficking is body because you can make more off a body. I can use that more times. My pimp, he was profiting $1 million a year, tax free. When we were trafficked, we all had to wear like these same color dresses so that people would recognize what we were there for. I stopped looking at the act and just was doing it and allowing that to be done to me. I felt good about it. I felt like, I can take care of everybody. That's all that mattered to me. So it didn't matter what I was putting myself through. Brian was a stranger. He's a man of integrity. I'll say that. I was so used to people taking from me that I wasn't used to receiving any kind of support on you shouldn't be doing this, what's going on, and so that stuck with me. And then we started a communication. I went back to talking about the things that I wanted to do since I was little. Brian always said, you one cake away, Neat. One cake away from something amazing. First I didn't know I could decorate a cake, or that's really my passion, is decorating it. I was able to express myself. That's what started it. It seemed so simple, but I didn't think I could do anything like that. I was giving away sweets, and that was my communication. And the fact that people would eat them just made me feel better and made me feel happy. Well, my aunt's very proud of what we're doing and very shocked probably how far we are taking it. I honestly know that by her mailing me my first mixer for the company, that started the whole I gotta keep going thing. And it helped me. It was therapy for me. I didn't have any counseling, but this cake kept me from going back.
So I had a modeling manager who had been introduced to me through another model, and after knowing him and working with him for several months, he and other men ended up raping me and videotaping the scenario and selling it on the internet to rape websites, and then using the rape scenario to blackmail me into getting me to do it. That way it wouldn't get leaked out over the internet, and then later I found out it was anyway, just on foreign websites. So it's amazing what you're willing to do to kind of save your reputation or save something, because I was a straight A student and I had this amazing reputation and people held me at this such high standard. And I didn't want that to go away. I'd worked really, really hard to keep my life together, this perfect life that I had, and I just was willing to do anything to keep all of that from unraveling. Public and private schools in the Charlotte area have a really big problem. Even as low as middle schools of girls being victimized to this. In Charlotte, we've got 3 major interstates pretty much that run through here. We've got 77 and 85, and I-40 is just north of here. How many victims that are taken in and out of the city just because of the interstate. And then our airport is the 6th busiest airport in the world. Just as easy as it is to take